Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Snead's got it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Just like that. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Check 50, check 50.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson steps away to his left, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, check. 43. Here we go, here we go.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
First down, Cardinals.
Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M. Then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. He wants it all for the end zone. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Ready. Pitch roll. I got it. Coming this way. Here we go.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He'll buy some. Touchdown, Ravens. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're Was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Throwing now is Murray. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they took.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check it out. Boom, boom. Check.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll get their receiver involved here. It's Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Check. Crunch. Watch the twins. Tight dog.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field. Out. No.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Check tight, check tight, check tight.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check, 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 check. Tight ends on the loose. Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down. SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Heads in. 48th mark, 48th mark. And we're pretty quiet. Squeeze. Showing it, show it.
On second down and 4. Murray flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Murray has the first down and more. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This complete to the tight end, Clay. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run it with Johnson. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second down and goal. Murray in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Murray going to throw. This one caught by Isabella. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here.
Joker, Joker. No take. Jump back. Set, go.
They run. It's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And he makes the score 21-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Kill, 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 kill.
Jackson, option right, on first down. It's Ingram. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices, it's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling, maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well and make that a better play.
Murray now. It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Let's get off the field, G. Let's get off. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. 50 seconds.
First down, Murray. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Stop your whining. Kill, kill.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he's got Fitzgerald. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Murray now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Murray, eluding the pressure right. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the combine, third fastest. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Got it. Right over there, right. 58, right there. They're going to need some therapy after this. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 52.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
'43 is the mic, boy. Check, 43. Switch up. 43 is the mic.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They've got his man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Slam. Bang, 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 bang.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Jackson, option right. And he's got some space here. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 38 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. On first and 10, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. With Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. Murray now on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Murray now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 28-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
It's second and 8 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go one more. Wide, get wide.
From the 22, Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw on third down, Murray. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Murray going to lead his guys up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
48. Let's get the ball. 48 for Mike. Hey, we got to get to the ball, G. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Converge. Off. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. I hope you brought your left side.
Murray to air it out again. Flushed out right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 40. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Cardinal first down.
Hey, motion. 48, mark.
On first down, Murray going deep for his tight end cleft. It's caught inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Murray. He finds his man Johnson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Make these babies cry all the way back home. Kill.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing again, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Charles Clay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. And he's got Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as the Ravens push further out in front. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will get him one closer.
Ravens 42, Cardinals 30.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Ready? Ed Reed. Yeah, Mike. Eddie Weber. Coming to you. Kick the edge. Comes up.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Completes it to Fitzgerald. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Throwing on 1st down, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing now is Murray. Flush to his right. He'll run it. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. A 10-yard touchdown run. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call...
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
This one caught by Isabella. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Andy Isabella. Incomplete. Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Come on.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.